Hi, my name is Ella Fassett and I'm the CEO of Greenwater Enterprises. Today the product I'm going to present to you is H2Go biodegradable water bottles. There's a water crisis all over the world that's just going to increase from time to time. The world is going to run out of fresh water and we need a way to preserve this fresh water for an environmentally friendly way just for generations to come. Only 2.5% of our water is drinkable and the rest is too salty. We need to figure out an environmentally friendly way to take this salt water and change it into fresh water, drinking water. Our mission is creating fresh ecological water for generations to come. Our objectives are to build a desalination plant in Maine. We need another plant to provide the eastern states and some of the central states with desalinated water. With that, we're going to use reverse osmosis technology. We also want to create biodegradable water bottles with the concern of the environment today. It's a very growing concern. And our last objective is to sell in stores around the US. And I will further explain these in later slides. So my idea is to create a desalination plant in Maine. We need another plant to provide eastern states with desalinated water. The only plant in the east is in Florida, so I was thinking to create another one in the upper east so we can provide all the New England states and some of the central states. I want to make biodegradable bottles to sell in stores to replace plastic bottles and the spread of plastic waste around the US. Hopefully, we can start in the east and then provide the central with these biodegradable bottles over time. How this works is we're going to use reverse osmosis technology. First, we'll take water in from the ocean with lagoon intake and it will pass through a pipe into the first pre-treatment filtration, which will remove solids and other particles with sand, gravel, anthracite, etc., and it will remove solids from the water, pass through another pipe into another filtration compartment called the cartridge filter, and it will remove finer particles from the water that wasn't picked up in the previous filtration. It will pass and go through a semi-permeable membrane, reverse osmosis membrane treatment. The fresh water and salt water will get mixed in and it will only take pressure forces molecules through a semi-permeable membrane. It will just take the fresh water from the salt. This is where the minerals are added, calcium carbonate, and then this is the water storage, and then it will get sent to our warehouse for further bottling. Okay, so here's a structure of the plant. Right here, this is going to be where the reverse osmosis technology goes on. This is where our water is going to get stored in these areas. Up here, this is where the warehouse is going to be, where the water bottles get packaged and sold into stores. We want a 10-mile, 4.5 diameter pipe running from the ocean into our plant. Dependent on where the plant is located by the ocean, it will depend on how long it is, but that's how rough we want it to be. We want our plant to be run by solar power instead of energy and the use of electricity to have that environmentally friendly feeling throughout the plant. Our bottles will get packaged and molded in that area and then will get sold to local stores. We want to start as a pack of 12 and then move on to a 24 pack as the profit gets better. We also want to donate our salt, our leftover salt, to roadways so they can use it for highways during the winter. Also for our plant, we want a 2-gallon intake each day, which is a 48-gallon production throughout per day. So we want a 2-gallon intake, 48-gallon going into the plants and then getting sold and packaged into the biodegradable water bottles. With that being said, our plant will be the second largest in the US. The name of these bottles are going to be called H2Go. I want them to be made of recycled food waste. How this works is the use of bacteria. So the bacteria will eat the waste that will produce carbon building blocks, and then it will feed the building blocks to the second bacteria. That second bacteria will then eat the carbon building blocks with PHA, bioplastic granules within the cells of bacteria, and it will create flakes of plastic. Only 45 tons creates only a few flakes of plastic, so we need a very large abundance of food waste to make this happen. How I want this to happen is I want to have a disposable food area in each city where people get rid of their food waste, and we will take trucks to those areas, and then that food waste will get transported to our plant to create the bioplastic. Okay, so the cost of the plant and the manufacture of our bottles. Okay, so to build the plant, it will cost about $1 billion to start. I want to sell the 12-pack of the biodegradable bottles for about $4.99 a piece. The solar panels to power our plant will be about $40,600. That will be 80 panels, 20 packs of 4. That price will also be dependent on how many solar panels we need, but that is the starting price. The water bottle mold will be 12,000 or plus, and then 1 ton of food waste is about $36.72. But I want our food waste to come free and nonprofit. All of this combined will be about $5 billion to start. Depending on how many we need, it can go up, it can go down. And I want to make about $1 billion per year. Thank you for listening to me and my product, and have a nice day.